So the Chaos game mode on Global right now is pretty different than it was on JP in terms of unit costs. So I wanted to make an updated list on the teams I recommend for this week based on what I saw people were using mainly, since I don't actually play Global. And this is not Global, this is JP right now. JP, the costs are wacky, bro. But on Global, the first team I'm going to show here is already one I made a video yesterday, so you can skip this one if you want. But we're going to be using 6 different teams, and we're going to go in order. So this, I think, would be the one I recommend the most. For one, because majority of you should have Demon King. I think that the barrier to entry to this team would be, you know, the seasonal characters, because sure, like, you know, you might not have Derriere and Melascula since they're seasonal. Mainly Melascula. I feel like Derriere is old enough that you might have pulled her on like a random banner, because a lot of festival banners end up having seasonals as features. But maybe Melascula hasn't been in as many banners, to be honest. I haven't really noticed how many banners Melascula has been on, to be honest. Because it's a character that I don't really care about. But yeah, dodge food is best. And you might have noticed I have no link on the Liz. Because if you're facing other people that also have this team, you kind of want to try to go second. I would recommend, even if you are someone that has a lot of CC, that you actually remove all outfits from Liz as well, just to ensure that you will actually go second. These cards are bad. These cards are bad. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm just gonna use these two. He's gonna remove the buff anyways, but it's whatever. I wanna make sure I taunt again. Yeah, Derriere for the taunt. Melascula is here more because it's the best you can use. Wait, he removed the taunt? You bastard. I should have shielded first. He didn't... I was going off of last turn. He didn't remove the taunt last turn because the Demon King buff was the one that was removed. You bastard. Let's make sure you get taken out. And obviously, I mean, tiers are, you know, something you're going to be facing very much. But not on this setup. You're not going to be facing no Rimarus or Freyers alongside tier. But the next team we're going to be using is tier, obviously. So, but not on this. Next up we have tier. Pretty basic. It is exactly the same as the top 1 team from JP, but the difference being that on JP we had a lot more variation with tier. This is the only, it seems, that is actually viable for global. Maybe there's some like off weird ones as well, but you can't really use Green Freya on global because her cost is too high. And yeah, this is the only real option on global for tier. I'm about to be destroyed. I mean, here on the normal PvP land, this team isn't the greatest. Red Freya is a pretty outdated character, to say the least, right? But you know, we're just going with the team that you're going to be running on global this week. I wonder how it's going to be looking like next week, because they're probably just going to do the same thing they did for JP, where it's auto, right? Like they have some sort of, you know, calculation going for the cost of the characters based on usage rate of the previous week. And are you trolling? And on JP, we ended up with a very wacky one where basically all of the good meta teams are viable. You know, you can use Demon King with Estarossa and Chandler. You can use Red Melascula with... like, you can use pretty much any Demon King team except with Lost Vein or Purgatory Melee. Anything else is go. Like... If you're not using Lost Vein or Purgatory Melee, you're good to go. Right? Anything else is usable. So it's pretty wacky right now in JP. And I assume there's not going to be that much variation for global, because it is pretty similar but not the same. So we'll have to see. Why does it have Askener? That is weird. Can I kill the Demon King here? I don't think so. Yeah. Yeah, facing a proper Demon King team with this is just not... Like, you can face the Demon King team that I just used, right? With Darieri and... But a proper Demon King team where you actually have to focus on not just Demon King, but also like Lost Vein, that's tough. Like, that's gonna be tough. Well, this team sucks in regular PvP, but for the new game mode, it is good. Now this is where things start getting interesting, wacky even. This is the global variation of the Askener team because they nerfed Roxy by having her way too overpriced in comparison to JP. People have gotten, you know, creative. He actually does pretty well against tiers, and I assume Demon Kings as well. If you don't have the shield hero, you can replace him for like mono. But I like this, and I don't want to use mono instead of this. Let's see how we do against this Demon King team here. So you might have noticed in the back, we still are rocking the Easton. I mean, Easton is just way too good to pass on. Removing the ult gauge, and I mean, when it comes to humans, Askenor having that passive that requires you to have a full human team, including the back unit, extremely restrictive. So there's not many options really for the back units, and for this, I guess Green Gilthunder would not be bad because you'd be helping out the Naofumi and also in a way, you know, making your other characters tankier as well. So that's probably not bad. I don't know about Death Pierce. I don't think I would recommend Death Pierce, even though it would be good for Askenor and the little guy. I forgot his name now. You know, the little guy. I don't know if I recommend it because it wouldn't do anything for the shield hero. I like it. And there's another shield hero team as well. So we're going to be giving that a try too. I believe the shield hero is 500 cost. So they heavily underestimated how good he is here. Because in this first week, there definitely is a resemblance of someone going in and manually like checking the prices and be like, okay, this character should be a little more expensive than this character. It's not perfect, for sure. But there's a resemblance of it. When it comes to this current week on JP, it's definitely completely, you know, automated. For sure. They even said that, you know, it would be based on usage rate, but even if it is based on usage rate, it's still pretty crazy the way they did it, right? Oh, anytime, see, this gets me every time, and I know that's the purpose of it. When Melaskula comes from the back, I always like forget that she even exists. You know, like to me, she's a character that's not usually a back unit. So if she comes from the back, I'm like not even acknowledging. I want to do a shield hero ult here, so I'll cleanse first. Man, I love using Naofumi. I miss using him, man. Again, one of the most underrated characters of all time. Super strong when he came out. He was just such a beast. As I just mentioned, Naofumi has another very interesting team that is possible here with Raphtalia and Nanashi in the front, Gilthunder in the back to maximize that defense. Almost forgot as well the defense food, how can I? I do wonder how we're gonna do with this right here against a Demon King. Let's start off already wasting an Nanashi card here. with Naofumi, but I think this team is more Raphtalia focused. But with Naofumi, you definitely want to... Ooh. Trying to stack this the passive, right? But also get like a level 3... level 3 AoE is crazy. Especially with a level 2 or level 3 stance. Not always achievable, but crazy nonetheless. I mean, we're just going to go in with Raphtalia for sure. I would like to see her doing like big boy damage on Demon King, but he is damage capped, so let's just let's go here on Melascula, since if we don't kill her, then, you know, then there's no point. Attack her with Naofumi first. Let's go remove the damage reduction. Oh, I didn't even need to do level 3 here on Raft. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Yeah, 300k on geared. I could have just gone with 2 level... I could have gone stance with Naofumi, level 2 on Melascula, level 2 on Melee. I think that would have been the best situation for me, but whatever. We should be good on tanking the Demon King, honestly. I do think so. Even if we don't, you know, revive, so... Yeah, with Nanashi's passive, all the defense-related stats... Okay. Let's go in for Raphtalia. That is pretty good damage. Oh, please don't heal that much. Okay. Crit once, you... Oh, that's triple crit chance! This is one... Oh, I hate that card so much. The only way to make that card any usable is if you have crit chance rolls on her, which I do actually, but this is ungeared, so... I hate that card so much. Because they know what they did. Like, they gave her an abysmally low amount of crit chance. So low. Right. Keep right-clicking back. Like, look. Now, it's also Kusok is lowering her, but like, she has 55% base. You know, I think the ult will hit super hard, actually. Even without getting the defense buff from... Yeah. That card hates me. Or, I hate that card, is whatever. This one is such an oddball. I can't believe it's actually runnable. Obviously, it would be better to run the Nashi in the back if possible, but we can't. And I think this one is going to be pretty good for the Demon King team that you have to run. If you want to run Demon King, right? But I'm not sure about Tears. Because you hit Tear a little too much, he obliterates you, plus he's red. So, hope we don't face one here. Okay. Sin team also, nah, what I like to see because of all the critting on Lost Vein, but I think against Demon King, this team is going to be very good. I think I'm gonna get demolished here though. Because yeah, that's a crit on Mel. Yeah, oh, nice, he has an extra card. Okay. Don't let this gameplay be the base of it because, again, like, you're not gonna face the Sins team on the game mode. It's just, you might face it on this current week on JP. But, you know, that's a different story, right? It's not like it's a runnable team on global right now. My god. Go for... That's not good. I was gonna say go for Echidna. I think we might still be able to win here. The problem is, like, I hate this Merlin card so much. This Merlin card was the biggest miss ever. Because if I do this and then combine the two, then it's not going to have the thingies anymore. So I have to do level 1 to maximize damage. Such a garbage card. I should level 3 with Echidna. Might still kill. See, like right here, these are going to disappear because, yeah, the effect went in, right? So that card would have done no damage. He has AoEs with melee. Oh well. On the game mode is good. Okay, I'm actually gonna end the video here and not really record for this one because no one really is running Mael in the top 100 list. I scrolled through it and didn't see a single one. Maybe I missed someone. But I would say Mayao is definitely a team you can get top 1% with, and it is runnable if I didn't miscalculate the characters. So Mayao is just, if I go with this in PvP, like I just got crushed with Merlin. Imagine if Mayao, I'm just gonna actually get annihilated, but no one's really running this, but it is good, and you can get top 1% of it. So if you do want to use Mayao because you don't have maybe one of the characters in the other options, Mayao is your guy, and that's about it.